like that's how they clamped it on me.
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's like what I like fell in love with.
Yeah. So let me know what you've decided.
The priorities are definitely this, the neckline, and like the stay waist.
Okay.
And
dropping
making the back down.
Okay. To give you a little bit more room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. When talking about fixing the bust, are you wanting to fix the curve in or the height of it or both?
Preferably both.
Okay.
Definitely fixing how it just cuts into me here.
Yeah.
And ideally it would like sit up here, but I know that involves like the full reconstruction like we talked about.
Yeah.
So if there's a way where we can increase the height while getting rid of that like pucker,
Okay.
that would be like best of both worlds.
Cool. At the point of your bust, does it feel too large or does it feel like your bust takes up that amount of bust given to you?
It does. No, I think it goes out a little further than necessary.
Okay, that's good to know because something else I was thinking about is like this cuts in a ton, but this also is like, it's a really scoopy bust.
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking that a mix of like taking this in and letting this out will probably make it look much more normal.
Yeah.
Less scoopy
More
and
natural.
poked in. Yeah. Cool. I just want to make sure that we're not taking you way above what we want to be doing price-wise.
Okay.
It's probably going to come down to how much time the stay waist takes.
Okay.
And so that's why I want to like workshop it with you today and just be able to like work on it for a couple hours and see what's going to be possible.
Okay.
But where I've never done it, like I have no idea how long it takes, and so
Okay.
I have a hard time estimating that. So
Okay.
with that being said, if it doesn't work, I won't charge you for it
Okay.
because it's something that I'm learning how to do.
I would love to go for it.
I'm gonna just start pinning your bust.
Yeah,
I'm just
cool.
gonna kind of pull down the lace layer as much as I can so I can see what's going on in the underneath layer. You are covered by a cup, so I'm not gonna expose you by any
Okay.
means, but if it feels uncomfy to you, let me know.
Okay. Would much rather it like sit tighter here and have a little bit more like,
Totally.
you know what I mean?
Yep.
When I do
100%.
that. Okay.
I agree with you.
Okay.
Because it's kind of like hopefully a workshopping appointment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you out of it.
Okay.
I want to take it back and try just like a makeshift of what we're going to do here, because if we can raise it up higher, it's going to change how the bust sits, and it's going to change probably how much we need to take this in anyway.
Okay.
And so I'd like to go in and try to do just like a quick 10-minute makeshift, whatever we're going to do down here. And then I'll take out some of your boning in the bust,
Okay.
so that way I can see a little bit better. I'll probably only take it in on one side so I can see the contrast between the two, and then we can jump back in at that point. Is that okay with you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
definitely.
Comfier and like supportive.
Yeah.
It looks like it hits. I don't know if it's actually it hits higher or if it's just hitting you less, like curvy.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It feels higher.
Okay. I mean, it is like harder to zip you up higher, which makes me think it might be sitting higher on your ribs, but I don't know if it's just wishful thinking.
I think it is, honestly, because I have like this little like pimple right now down here, and I can't see it anymore. And
It is-
before I could see it.
Okay, well, even if it's sitting higher, is it sitting at a height that you like, or would we still need to go higher?
I mean, I'd always love it higher.
Okay.
But I would be a lot more comfortable with this.
Okay.
How easy is it to take the stay waist in?
Very easy, and I can also put extra layers of loops on there, so it's like a bra, so that way you can decide how tight you want to go.
Oh, wow.
So that way there's like absolutely no pressure.
Okay.
If you feel like you want it to be tighter on the day of, even if your body doesn't
Yeah.
change and you're just like, I need this thing secure,
Yeah.
we can do that.
Awesome.
I feel like it's just prettier on you when it's higher.
I feel the same way, and that's how they clamped it on me,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that's like what I like fell in love with.
Yeah.
So I'm stoked.
The waist, like the waist right
Yeah.
here, isn't gonna hit your waist any longer. Is that gonna be okay with you if we do that?
It feels really comfortable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
okay with that.
That's all I need to know. Another thing maybe we would do is double up the elastic so it's like even stronger.
Okay.
I don't want to fix the bust until we're at the right height,
Yeah.
because otherwise it'll change where we need the point of your bust to be, where we need the contour to be. I'm gonna start taking in the side. I think taking in the side might help us achieve our goal, because then this isn't loose enough to sink down to your hip.
Okay.
And we're not gonna deal with any of this until later, until we know that this is helping.
Okay. Is there any way it could look good to bring the back even lower, or would that be crazy to have strapless and such a low back?
Depending on how low you want to go,
Okay.
you do start to lose some support, but it's not like unheard of. And where you do have so much structure in your bodice, and like we're not supporting like a ton of weight in your chest, like it's a potential.
Okay.
And we could like, you know, fold it back and make it like a pretty kind of like curve.
I think that might be like
More what you want.
Yeah.
Cool. I like it.
Okay. I feel like this is like really close.
Okay.
Does that look funny to you?
No, I think that
Okay.
looks better because there
I
was
think
like
so.
an inch and a half of disconnect
Yeah.
previously.
I like that it touches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks like more cohesive.
Mm-hmm.
I just worry about it slipping. I kind of think we start with this.
Okay.
How do you feel?
Yeah. I think it's a great starting point.
Okay.
She left for about an hour. We took in the sides like we had pinned, so that hopefully it helps keep it up where we wanted to. I also did the back darts, but I just did the back darts through all the layers really dirty because I don't know that that's... I know it's going to be necessary, but I didn't want to go through and like reapplicate her lace because we might change it, we might add to it, might not do it, I don't know. So I didn't want to go through all the layers individually quite yet until we know that like this is a good direction. I haven't cut out any seam allowance. And I also remade the stay waist. I did it double thickness of the elastic, and I took out like, made it like 4 inches shorter. That's the doorbell, so she's here, but we'll see how it looks. The double elastic at the waist was too tight. So what we saw was that, okay, the reason we doubled up the elastic is because the elastic was, the middle of it was sitting on her waist. The top of it was sitting above it, bottom was sitting below it. So it was getting us about an inch higher on the neckline, but not what we need, which is like, we needed like the full 3 inches higher on the neckline. But all it did was scrunch her waist, and then the outside of the dress was like just bunched on her. So we're gonna swap this out and do a woven one. I wanted to keep it elastic because it's so much comfier. Instead of making a woven like 3-inch piece, because I already have my bonings extending down 3 inches, I'm just going to use this ribbon piece because this will sit in her waist a little bit comfier than a 3-inch piece would. I'm hoping that it just like sits in at her waist. We would change out all these lines of boning and just extend the lines of boning that they already have in the dress. So there would be many, many more holding it up. I'm even gonna fold it in half. So I'm gonna fold it in half and case the ends of the boning in it. That's what I'm gonna do. And we'll see if it works. Whether this works is anyone's guess, truly.
I think regardless, we won't have to do the exterior seam in the lace. We can just reapplique. And so I don't think it would be like a huge detriment to our aesthetic to move the line down, but we'll also see in a minute. This is definitely a challenge, but it's
I
fun.
appreciate you taking it on.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, it almost looks more natural down there.
Yeah, I agree. Girl, you may not even need a hem. That would be a miracle.
Wouldn't that be that would
That would
probably
be so nice.
I like it more. I like it better than the
Yeah.
first one.
I do too. I'm gonna fold it down so we can
Okay.
also see kind of what the top will look like. I think that's
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
serve us a lot better.
Yeah.
Like that might make it look just like we never even did anything to
Yeah.
it.
I think this is great.
Okay. Wow. I'm excited.
I know, me too. I got a little bit nervous when the elastic didn't work.
Oh
but
yeah.
this is
I'm not gonna lie to you. I did too. I was like, I don't know what to do if this doesn't work.
So do you think you'll want to do all of this before getting into like the zipper and that whole deal?
I'm thinking that this will get us into the zipper.
Oh, okay.
So what you can expect to see next time is that the waist stay will be connected to all those points of boning. This waist hem will have been done.
Okay.
So you might see some lace undone, unpicked, and don't let that scare you.
Okay.
But what we're gonna have to do here is like find a line to cut and reapplique, because I don't want to put a hard seam because there aren't any hard seams in your lace exterior and I don't want to add any.
Okay.
So what you can expect is that there might be some lace kind of like flopping around here.
Okay.
This, with it zipped up even just to 3 buttons up, it puts us at a spot where we have a better line for your neckline and also keeps your side seam actually on your side.
Okay.
For those 2 reasons, I might suggest that we do that. We don't have to choose necklines today, but it is going to also dramatically affect how the bust is going to lay.
Okay.
Once we do this, because if we do it here to here, we'll just have to take in the bust a little bit through like the point of it, and then it can have that nice like standing feeling like you were talking about, where it's not like hugging you.
Yeah.
If we unzip even just that little bit more, it stands off you a lot further. And then in the reconstructing that we do, this pulls further and further forward on you, which then becomes visible in photos.
That might make more sense to do it that way, huh?
I kind of feel like that, just so that we're not creating more work for ourselves. And I just don't want you to, even though I know that you're okay with the dress moving independently from your body, I don't want to get you to a point where like you have to use double-sided sticky hoops to keep the dress on you.
Okay.
I will have to lower your zipper a little bit in order to do the things that we're doing, and so maybe we just lower your zipper to mid-bum, so way you can actually get in and out of your dress, because it's like several inches off of where it's meant to be now.
Yeah.
It should be like here or maybe even here.
Yeah.
Because we've raised it up so much.
Right.
Which is a success.
Yeah.
We could potentially, instead of taking in at where the waist is on the dress, we could take in at the waist, at our waist. And I'm happy to pin that differently now so we can see that.
I want that wrinkle to go away so badly, and we keep taking up in it, and I'm not sure if it's gonna go away any more than what it is now, especially with all of this crunching down into it. Because we talked about leaving all this in, but I'm like, what if the weight of it is creating that? I can't decide.
Honestly, feels like it's sitting a little bit different. Like something in here feels, I don't know if it's lower or like, I don't know, maybe this is how it always has been. It almost feels like it's sinking lower, like on my stomach.
Oh,
But I don't know.
okay.
So it feels
could
like
be.
something is off here because it looks off.
Yeah. Could be. Does it feel uncomfy to you now?
It like feels uncomfy because I don't feel like it looks
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the thickness of the lace, and maybe we need to bring them up to meet in the middle where it's not right on that crease line. But to your point, I think we should try the elastic as well, because I think that has a good potential of helping at least give that like almost structure behind, because this has structure and then the skirt is stretchy and it was never meant to be part of your bodice, but now it's part of your bodice.
Okay.
And so maybe that is it. The back is looking much better. There was like big crinkles in it last time. I'm gonna pull just a little bit different on your lace, so I'm glad I haven't sewn it down yet. It's crazy how different the neckline looks.
It looks a lot better.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
And it's hard to say exactly how it would look because there's a lot of points that don't exactly match up, but where it's like kind of a waistline, it's almost expected anyway. And so I don't think that it would be all that distracting. Yeah, we are not too far gone to cut it out.
Okay. I think I would like that better.
Okay.
And I wonder even if that would like draw my eye, like
Less.
Yeah.
I think it will take away a lot of the heaviness. How is bust feeling? Does it feel like it fits you well now? Are we too tight anywhere? Are we too loose anywhere?
I think it fits great.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it feel like the waist is slipping at all? Okay, that's good. I do have the 2 tighter ones that you could go to if you feel like it's slipping on the day of. The only thing I want to look at is right here. I think it's mostly just on the lace layer, but I'm just going to unpick the lace layer and see if it's that or see if it's the lining underneath. I think it's just the lack of boning because I haven't put the boning back in there.
Okay.
Underneath her lace, we have some bust darts that we want to take in. Once those bust darts are taken in, everything on the bust can be sewn back down and put back together. We have a little bit more that we're taking in the waist hem of the lining, and then we've reset the lace. We want this top layer to be over the bottom layer, sewn back down. Sides are pinned, and we want those taken in and finalize the waistline side seams there. Darts are looking really good, and so what we want to do is go in and cut out the seam allowance for our darts, and then also do an applique on the lace rather than a dart through the lace. Finish up the zipper. We also want to do our neckline change we want to keep this button that is right at the precipice of the illusion, and then one more button above that, and those are the only 2 buttons that we're keeping. And then we're kind of keeping with this line and bringing it down to that edge. We'll do a hook and eye at the top there,